What is the primary purpose of the Personal Information Protection and Electronic Documents Act, PIPEDA, in Canada? A. To monitor the use of electronic documents. B. To regulate the collection, use, and disclosure of personal information in the private sector. C. To enforce cybersecurity measures in Canada. D. To oversee the electronic transactions in commercial activities. Correct answer. B. To regulate the collection, use, and disclosure of personal information in the private sector. What does Bill C-27 propose to introduce as a replacement for PIPEDA? A. The Consumer Privacy Protection (ACTB), the Digital Privacy (ACTC), the Privacy Amendment Act. D. The Cybersecurity Protection Act. Correct answer. A. The Consumer Privacy Protection Act. Which province in Canada has enacted legislation that aligns closely with the European General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR? A. Ontario. B. Alberta. C. Quebec. D. British Columbia. Correct answer. C. Quebec. Under Quebec's Bill 64, what significant change is introduced regarding consent for data collection? A. Consent is no longer required. B. Consent must be implicitly obtained. C. Consent must be explicit and informed. D. Consent can be assumed based on the context. Correct answer. C. Consent must be explicit and informed. What are the proposed enforcement powers under Bill C-27 for non-compliance with the new data protection laws? A. Criminal prosecution. B. Public warnings. C. Expanded powers for the Privacy Commissioner. D. Automatic fines without investigation. Correct answer. C. Expanded powers for the Privacy Commissioner. What type of data does the Artificial Intelligence and Data Act, proposed under Bill C-27, specifically regulate? A. Commercial transaction data. B. Personal health information. C. De-identified information. D. Data used in artificial intelligence applications. Correct answer. D. Data used in artificial intelligence applications. Which of the following is not a principle of PIPEDA? A. Accountability. B. Limiting collection. C. Free access to information. D. Safeguards. Correct answer. C. Free access to information. How does Bill 64 in Quebec affect penalties for non-compliance with data protection laws? A. Decreases the penalties. B. Removes the penalties. C. Significantly increases the penalties. D. Does not change the penalties. Correct answer. C. Significantly increases the penalties. What role does the Personal Information and Data Protection Tribunal, proposed under Bill C-27, play? A. Interpretation of privacy laws. B. Mediation between data subjects and collectors. C. Enforcement of privacy laws. D. Creation of new privacy laws. Correct answer. C. Enforcement of privacy laws. In the context of data protection laws in Canada, what is the significance of obtaining consent for data collection and processing? A. It is optional but recommended. B. It is a fundamental requirement under most circumstances. C. It is only necessary for sensitive information. D. It is not required for public sector organizations. Correct answer. B. It is a fundamental requirement under most circumstances. How does the introduction of Bill C-27 reflect Canada's approach to data protection in the digital age? A. By maintaining the status quo. By reducing the scope of data protection. C. By strengthening and modernizing data protection laws. D. By focusing solely on government data handling. Correct answer. C. By strengthening and modernizing data protection laws. What impact does Quebec's Bill 64 have on organizations' data handling practices within the province? A. Encourages voluntary compliance with GDPR standards. B. Requires a comprehensive audit and possible restructuring of data protection measures. C. Allows organizations to opt out of certain requirements. D. Focuses exclusively on the public sector. Correct answer. B. Requires a comprehensive audit and possible restructuring of data protection measures. Under the proposed Consumer Privacy Protection Act, what new right is emphasized for individuals regarding their personal data? A. The right to digital anonymity. B. The right to erasure or, to be forgotten. The right to data portability. D. The right to opt out of digital advertising. Correct answer. B. The right to erasure or, to be forgotten. How does Bill C-27 address the issue of de-identified information? A. By prohibiting its use entirely. B. By allowing its unrestricted USCC. By introducing specific rules for its handling. D. By requiring individual consent for its use. Correct answer. C. By introducing specific rules for its handling. What does the adoption of Bill 64 in Quebec signify for data protection laws in Canada? A. A shift towards less stringent data protection measures. B. A move towards harmonization with international data protection standards. C. A departure from federal data protection laws. D. An exclusive focus on consumer data protection. Correct answer. B. A move towards harmonization with international data protection standards. How do the changes proposed under Bill C-27 potentially impact businesses operating in Canada? A. They will have less responsibility for data protection. B. They may face increased compliance costs and obligations. C. They will be exempt from data protection laws. D. They can rely solely on implied consent for data collection. Correct answer. B. They may face increased compliance costs and obligations. What is a key feature of the enforcement mechanism introduced by Quebec's Bill 64? A. Mandatory data protection certifications for businesses. B. A focus on self-regulation within industries. C. The introduction of significant financial penalties for non-compliance. D. The establishment of a data protection ombudsman. Correct answer. C. The introduction of significant financial penalties for non-compliance. In what way does the proposed Artificial Intelligence and Data Act under Bill C-27 address the ethical use of data? A. By banning the use of AI in decision-making. B. By introducing guidelines for the development and use of AI systems. C. By requiring AI systems to be transparent and explainable. D. By allowing unrestricted data sharing for AI development. Correct answer. C. By requiring AI systems to be transparent and explainable. What does the establishment of the Personal Information and Data Protection Tribunal under Bill C-27 indicate about Canada's data protection strategy? A. A preference for legal over technical data protection solutions. B. A move towards more active enforcement and accountability. C. A shift towards industry-led data protection standards. D. A focus on international data protection cooperation. Correct answer. B. A move towards more active enforcement and accountability. How does the evolution of data protection laws in Canada, including the introduction of Bill C-27 and Quebec's Bill 64, affect individual rights over personal data? A. It diminishes individual rights in favor of commercial interests. B. It significantly enhances individual control and rights over the personal data. C. It has no impact on individual rights. D. It limits individual rights to access their own data. Correct answer. B. It significantly enhances individual control and rights over the personal data.